First up, my name is Marisha Denise. I do have a family nickname, but I don't really go by that outside of like my family calling me that and my close friends. So Marisha Denise, I can repeat it as many times as I need to until we all got it down. How you spell it is Mareshah, and Denise is Denise. How did I get my name? So, Marisha is out of the Bible. It's actually a place. Can I tell you the full story? No, but I could tell you that it's in the map. It's on the Bible. And then Denise comes from my mom's best friend. So they actually shared each other's name with their daughter. So my mom's best friend's daughter is named Centaura, coming from her name, and my name is Denise, or middle name is Denise, coming from her best friend. So that's like the sweetest thing ever, and I do want to continue. I want to continue that. So yeah, let's figure out if I'm gonna have some children or not. So where am I from? Originally, I was born in Norfolk, Virginia, to two military parents. But before I was even the age of 1, I moved to Georgia, Decatur, Georgia, where all of my dad's family is. So I have no recollection of Virginia at all. I don't even know what Virginia looks like. If you were to show me a place in Virginia and be like, do you know this place? I would absolutely have no clue. So I was raised in Decatur, Georgia most of my life. And then high school, I did move to Alpharetta, Georgia, where I met more friends and things of that nature. And then from high school, from 10th grade, I moved to Birmingham, Alabama to be with my mom's side of the family. So a little bit of a backstory behind that. My mom's mom, so my grandma, she had a stroke and a brain aneurysm when I was in the 9th grade, like my end of 9th grade year. So summer came and me and my mom, we uprooted our life to Birmingham, Alabama to be with her family and to care for her mom along with her siblings. We all pretty much catered to my grandma and still do. I graduated in Birmingham, Alabama, went to school at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and yeah, continued on my journey, and now I am here in Africa. Nigeria specifically. So when is my birthday? My birthday is September 3rd, 2001. I am a Virgo. Hashtag big Virgo. Where all my Virgos they stand up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes to it all. My dad, he's a Virgo. My favorite artist, Beyonce, is a Virgo. Michael Jackson is a Virgo. LeBron James' wife, Savannah James, she's a Virgo, baby. Who else? Everybody who you know has done big things, achieved big accomplishments, a Virgo. If not a Virgo, they are Earth sign. Tune in. That's all I'm trying to say. Sorry, y'all. If y'all see me peeking outside, it's because people are walking. It's that time of the day. So I'm just making sure I'm good and nobody's like watching me or anything. Yes, let's get into a bit more of my childhood. So like I told you, I moved around quite a bit as a child, and while I moved around, I met a lot of different people who I still have in my life to this day. So again, I grew up in Decatur, Georgia, where I met my first 3 best friends from the 4th grade, Aaliyah, Hannah, and Nyla. We are all still close to this day. Actually, you've seen Aaliyah and Nyla in my first vlog. You've never seen Hannah. Hannah, she is in school at FAMU. This is her last semester. Congratulations to her. Oh, I'm gonna miss her graduation, but I'm there in the spirit as always. I grew up there. I went to a couple of different schools while growing up. From, like, I'm gonna name them out. You may not even know these schools, but I will name them anyways. So I went to Browns Mill, Bowie Elementary, or E.L. Bowie Elementary, and then DeKalb Academy of Technology and Environment. And those were all in like the Decatur area. So yes, I went to school though in those places, and then from there I moved to Alpharetta, Georgia, where I met my other best friend, Jadisa. Jadisa, she is Dominican and Puerto Rican. That's my girl. I learned Spanish from her, so that little bit of a like that tongue that I get from that, I get from her and her family. Like, they taught me so much and immersed me into the culture of Dominican and Puerto Rican, and I loved it so much. I loved it down. Like, that's my girl. Her family, I'm still close with her family to this day. We check in all the time, especially now that I've moved away. So I met her, and of course some other people that I was just around a lot of Spanish, Latino people. I was just immersed into the culture of Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. I was just around a lot of people who spoke Spanish and had Spanish backgrounds. I spent about 2 to 3 years in each school that I've gone to. Sometimes it was just 1 year and I was up out of there at the next year. And one of those reasons, not because I was a bad student, girl. Really, I kept straight A's and B's throughout my high school, elementary, middle school career. But like, my mom, she always wanted us to have the best education. So she was uprooting us, and that taught me a lot. While it traumatized me, it also taught me a lot, because uprooting your life as a child is very traumatizing. Like, it's hard to find stability in that, even when you have stability at home, you know, even if you have both of your parents, even if you're not without things, you know what I'm saying? But having to uproot your life, whether that's not even like moving from another household, but that's just switching your entire environment. Like, you going to school every day for 8 hours, that's majority of your life, that's majority of your daytime. So uprooting that every 2 to 3 years was a bit traumatizing as a kid. However, it also taught me a lot. So from Alpharetta, we moved to Birmingham again to take care of my grandma. So from Alpharetta, I moved to Birmingham, Alabama. I went to high school there. I actually started college in the 11th grade, because I moved there in the 10th grade, and I started college in the 11th grade while I also was doing high school. So I was doing dual enrollment, that type of plan, and I graduated high school a semester early just because I had so many credits that I had gained from being in Alpharetta as well as doing dual enrollment. So from there, I went to UAB, the University of Alabama at Birmingham, where I then continued on my education. I did graduate I graduated on time from UAB because I added on a minor. So my degree is business management and entrepreneurship. Y'all, my entrepreneurship really saved me, because if it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would have graduated. Like, my management classes was cool. It was just regular business things that you learn, but it was a little boring. It was a little bit boring compared to my entrepreneurship class. My entrepreneurship class taught me so much, and it's one of the reasons that I am where I am today, why I am here in Africa, which we'll get more into that. While at UAB, I did a pledge. Oh my gosh, where are all my AKAs? Yes, I did pledge Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Y'all, it was 84 of us. Pledged fall 24. I graduated spring 24, and yeah, like, girl, we had a time. Then my girls, those are my sisters. If y'all could meet them, I would love for y'all to meet them. I'll take y'all to them one day. I'll take y'all to meet them one day, because I absolutely love my sisters, and just the opportunities and the lessons and just the beauty of the sisterhood that I've created with them is amazing. And now that I have moved across the world. I ain't even moved across the country, baby. I moved across the world. I also have sorors here who I will meet, and of course I'll take y'all along on that journey. My high school journey, I didn't have a prom. I graduated class of 2020. And it was top of COVID, and everything was shut down. School was shut down. It was a mess. Like, it sucked. It sucks. It definitely does. But I'm gonna plan me a prom my goddamn self, and with my own money, so that I could look bum. I was gonna look bum for prom. I can't lie to you, baby. I was gonna eat it up because that's just in my nature. But it didn't happen. So I'm not crying. My eye is watering. So let's get back into like some of my family and whatnot. So I do have 2 other siblings. I am the baby girl, and I have 2 older brothers, Malachi and Micah. We are 4 and 3 years apart. So Malachi is 27, Micah is about to be 26, and I am 23. Recently turned 23. Happy birthday to me in the chat. Happy birthday to me in the comments. Happy birthday to me in the comments. This is gonna be a long ass video. Fuck. And then I mentioned my parents. My parents were in the military. So my mom and my dad met in the military, in the Navy specifically. They were very young. Had my oldest brother young, like around 19, 20, 21, like in that range. And then from there, my mom went into like scanning the heart. She do some type of echo, heart, you get me. She scans the heart, babes. My mom scans the heart. I grew up with my dad as a pastor. Later, I grew up with my dad as still being in the military. She left the Navy like around the time that I was born, I believe, or either like a little bit before I was born. And I grew up with my dad still being in the military, a pastor. Later on in life, my dad left his pastoring career once me and my mom pretty much left Georgia. That's when that journey for him ended, and he started his environmental justice nonprofit, which I currently work for, called the People's Justice Council. I will put them in the description below. I love PJC down. So my grandparents, I still have all of my grandparents, both my dad's parents as well as my mom's parents. As I mentioned, my grandma on my mom's side, she had a stroke and a brain aneurysm, so she is bedridden. And then my grandma on my dad's side, she has dementia and Alzheimer. She is depreciating as the Nana that I know her to be. My granddad, they're fine. I don't really know what to say about them. Love them. I spoke a little bit about my college career, but I guess I can get more into it. So I never stayed in the dorms. I didn't go to a HBCU. However, I did still enjoy college. I chose those specific things for a reason. So for me, I'm not much of a person where I can share my space. I never stayed in a dorm because that just wasn't for me. I went straight into college, living at home, and then like a year into it, I moved out and got my own apartment with some of the people that I had met. Honestly, to me, that was the best choice that I could have made for myself. I didn't need the dorm experience to enjoy college, to fulfill what I needed for myself. So that's just not the route that I chose. I didn't go to a HBCU. I think there's multiple reasons why I didn't choose to go to a HBCU. One thing that stuck with me that my mom told me that her granddad told me was that the world is much more than just, I hate to say this, I really do hate to say this, but the world is much more than just black people in America. Hey, I'm in Africa, baby. Everything is black. I love it here. The world is so much more than just black people. In business, the world, that entity is so much more than just black people. You have to deal with a lot of different type of people. So me choosing a PWI was solely based off of that. I do not regret the reason that I chose it, just because I did grow up with Black people. I did go and visit my friends at school who did attend HBCU. So, however, I didn't want that all the time. That's just not something that I needed to fulfill my college journey. Again, I don't regret it. I think it was the best decision that I could have made for myself. I got plenty of opportunities going to the PWI that I chose. I pledged, met friends, still have friends from that experience, and yeah, I loved it. I did mention my degree. I have a business management degree with a minor in entrepreneurship. What are some of my favorite hobbies? I would say spending time with my family. I'm very family oriented. I love all my aunties, cousins, brothers, mama, daddy, grandparents. Like, I love them all. So anytime I can spend time with them, chat with them, I'm in a good headspace, honestly. It refreshes me. As much as I love being by myself, because I am like an introvert extrovert, I have to recharge by being by myself. That is another way that I can recharge. Being away from them is kind of hard, just because, like I said, I'm family oriented. But I gotta put me first. They not gonna always be here, and they can't always provide for me. So I have to go, and I gotta go make a way for myself. And one of the ways that I see it for me is experiencing the world and starting a business. My dream is not to work. It's not to, sorry, I say that so wrong. My dream is to not have to work. So I have to go and provide a living for myself. A living that I can enjoy. Okay, be with me. Like I said, I don't want to have to work. And what that means to me is, I don't want to work to make ends meet. I don't want to work to have to pay bills, to keep food in my mouth, to have clothes on my back. I don't want to have to work to do those things. If the money can come passively, I'll take it. If I have to manually work to, keep money coming in, I'll take that as well. But I don't want to. I hope you get it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, it's just not for you to get. I really don't have any other words for that. Another hobby of mine is learning. And not necessarily school type of learning. I enjoy learning. Like, that is another hobby of mine. And it could be through various ways. So I also enjoy reading. I enjoy talking to people and like learning experiences through them. That just means, like, I like to learn their culture. I like to learn their dialects. I like to learn, like, if I can immerse myself into like that type of situation, that is the type of learning environment for me. It's not always a school background. It's not always I need to be in a desk in a chair with someone lecturing me. No, that's not necessarily the best way to teach me. I have to immerse myself within like the situation in order to gain the knowledge. So yes, like I said, I also enjoy reading. Like, let me show y'all a book that I'm reading. This is one of the books that I have started reading, Black AF History by Michael Harriot. And then I also read another book before I got here called Kicked in the Belly. I can't tell you who it's by, but it's so good. Pretty much like about, I don't know if y'all are interested. I don't know if y'all are interested in this, about Black women just enduring the hardships of slavery and whatnot. And it was a really good book. I learned so much from that book, and now I have started on this one since my journey to Africa. Another thing that I've really enjoyed doing, which I'm quite sure a lot of you have gathered, is traveling. Some of the countries that I have visited, Hawaii, even though that's in the United States, so a territory, Hawaii, Jamaica, Mexico, I'm currently in Africa, and I'll be visiting more countries throughout the remainder of this year and next year. Another thing that I really enjoy doing are things that give me an adrenaline rush. Like, as you saw in my last vlog, when we had got ran off the road, like me and my dad, we were laughing because it was an experience, y'all. Like, what do you do? What do you do except for laugh and enjoy what's happening? Like, we knew that nothing, like after the shock of getting hit by a bus kicked in, and we started literally having to chase these people to go and pull them off the road, we knew that we were okay. Like, our driver, he had his head on straight, so we knew that we were going to be okay. It was fine, but we enjoyed the entire thing. Other things that I have done, skydiving. I enjoy skydiving so much. I would do it again. From what I am to understand, it is one of the safest things that you could do. And I definitely felt safe while doing it. Matter of fact, it hurts a little bit. Like your boobs, because they're pressed in, like the lower area, your vaginal penis, whatever you have, that could also be hurting a little bit because of the straps, and like literally you're sitting in it, and like think of how gravity works. Gravity pushes you down, so you're literally like pushed down into straps with somebody, for me, somebody heavier than myself. That kind of hurt a little bit. I can't lie to you, it hurt a little bit, but it was so much fun. I did it with my auntie. We enjoyed it so much. And of course, I moved out the country. Like, what doesn't give you an adrenaline rush? Like, what more can give you an adrenaline rush than that? I moved out of the country where I know no one, where I do not speak the language. Like, yes, they speak English, but they also speak many other languages. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, girl, Pidgin. Like, they speak all types of languages, and their English is broken. And if you find the right person, like some people to teach you, you know, like I have found quite a few people who are willing to teach me, both Pidgin, Yoruba, and so on and so forth. So I am going to enjoy my time here. That is my whole thing. I didn't come here with high expectations. That is one thing. That is one key thing. If you are going to move out of the country, especially from America, do not have high expectations of anywhere that you go. For third world countries, do not go in them places having super high expectation for you to fit in, for you to know everything, for you to like just come here, or just go to these places open to opportunity and experiences, open to learning. Like, that is the main thing. And I think that's also why the people here that I have encountered are so welcoming and so just like full of joy to meet me, like, and talk to me, because one, I'm an American, but two, I'm also here to learn. Like, I'm not here to come and tell you this how you need to, this, that, and the third. No, unless it comes to drugs, because they do drugs really bad here, really bad. So hey, do with that what you will, but I'm here and I'm like, no, no, thank you. You gotta tell the people no. You have to. Don't be asking for nothing if you don't know nobody. If you ain't see them, pull it out and do the processes. Don't take anything from nobody. You don't know these people, and you don't know what they do. That's all I'm saying. I enjoy eating. I enjoy eating all types of food. I enjoy sleeping. Sleeping is one of the favorite things, my favorite things to do. Like, who wouldn't want to rest? And I ain't even talking about rest for eternity, but a good nap, a good slumber. Oh, baby, I'm tearing it up every time. Every time. You don't gotta ask a question about it. I could really go to sleep anywhere. Truthfully, I could go to sleep anywhere. Like, when we had came back from Bagadry, oh baby, I was knocked out in the car as soon as we got there. Like, as soon as we got in that car, I went to sleep. I wasn't playing. The sun had worn me out. The experience had worn me out. I think my adrenaline had crashed by the end of that. So I was just wore out. I was so tired. I slept for the entire ride. It was about 2 hours back. 2 hours there, 2 hours back. Slept the entire time. I wasn't playing. Speaking of food, some of my favorite foods to eat. I love fruits. I love vegetables. One thing I love about being here in Africa is the fresh fruit juices that they have. When I say they are so good, I just had freshly squeezed apple juice. No sweetener. It was the best apple juice I have ever had. America don't got nothing. Don't got nothing on the freshly squeezed juices here. Okay? And like, not to say that other places don't, because I've had other places that have freshly squeezed juices and things, just because I love juice. That's another thing that I love. I do love juice. Enjoy it down. Look, keep one on me. I need to go to the grocery store and get me some more, because that's about empty. But I love juice. I'm gonna keep me some juice, and I'm gonna keep me some water. I have to keep those two things on me, because if not, maybe I'm dehydrated. But yes, I've been to other places that have freshly squeezed juice, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I feel like I'm at home here in Africa, that, girl, everything is just 10 out of 10. I love seafood down. You can almost give me anything out of the sea, and I might be willing to eat it. Like, I love prawns. They don't have small shrimps. They have big, gigantic shrimp, which is prawns. So delicious, so good. Seafood, love it down. I like, when I say I will almost take anything out the ocean, I truly mean it. I truly mean it. And another thing I love is bread. I love a good carbohydrate. Pasta, bread, girl. I know this don't fall in the category, but a potato, love a potato down. It's just, I know for sure that I am more than likely gluten intolerant as well as lactose intolerant, and sometimes those things just don't settle well within my stomach. So do with that what you will. Look, I'm really talking to myself. Do with that what you will, Marisha, because, girl, you gonna have to stop eating that soon, bitch. I'm gonna be big as a house one of these days, just because of how, like, one, it makes me really bloated. Two, it can make my stomach feel a little sick. But I love it. The thing I love is nuts. I love a good cashew, a good almond. I'm not much of a peanut girl. Hazelnut. Don't get me to going. Don't get me to going. Don't get me to going. Yes, and now I'm hoping that I can add some African foods to my list. I have met some people who tell me, girl, like, I could take you to try this, that, and the third. I could cook it for you, or we could go try this restaurant. Like, so I'm definitely gonna take y'all on the journeys when those things happen, because I want to add some African foods to my list. Now, one thing I am big about is texture. I told y'all I'm probably on a scale. Which scale, I don't know. But texture for me is a really big thing. So anything that's like slimy, can't do it. Like, it was probably delicious. The flavor is probably so good. But as soon as I see some, girl, it's about to make me throw up just thinking about it. I can't do it. I can't do it just because I can't get past the texture of it. Anything that's super soft, like, that doesn't necessarily, like, when you bite down on it, it just go like, girl, I'm about to throw like my mind. But like, they just go super soft in your mouth when you eat it. It's a no for me. Even sometimes, like, looking at stuff, like, one thing that creeps me out are like really tiny hoes. So if I see that, I'm grossed out. And I know some things, like, it's this type of fish that my best friend's granddad had cooked. Couldn't eat it just because of the hoes. It was like a trout fish or something, girl. I don't even think that was the name of that fish, but it was a fish. It was a type of fish that had holes in it. The soup was so good, but because of that fish, couldn't eat it. Couldn't eat it. Ooh, I see it in my mind. Like, yeah, I'm itching. I couldn't eat it. I love a good chip. Like I told you, I love a good potato. So a chip. Oh, you could probably rob me with a potato. I'll give you everything I got. I love plantain. It could be a chip as well, or it could be like the sweet plantain fried. My favorite influencers, content creators, social media girlies and guys. This list is not that long. I really don't watch a lot of stuff like, I don't put a lot of stuff like that into my mind for real. So for me to even be like creating social media myself, or creating content myself, it's a bit like, what, Marisha, really? You sure this is what you want to do? Because I'm a very private person. Like, I like my business to be my business, and whomever else I decide to tell, not the world. Not the world. But my best friend, she has been convincing me, like, Marisha, you can decide what you want to share to the people. You do not have to share everything. Even if the people get to asking you for more stuff, you do not have to share it. And I am totally like, so with her convincing me, with her convincing, and my mind trying to wrap itself around this, because one, my pages are growing pretty rapidly. Things like that, they kind of scare me. Like, moving did not scare me. Moving across the world did not scare me, but that scares me, because that's just like a lot of people, y'all. Like, and I am I'm not timid, I'm not shy, but when it comes to my business, I love for my stuff to be for me, like, and whomever I share it with. Other than that, it was bound to happen. I can't say that. It was bound to happen. Like, I do think I was always destined to, like, creating content was always destined for me to do. At one point, that's what I did for work. At other points in my life, people always ask, like, do you create content? Why don't you create content? Especially because sometimes I put that ish on, and people love when I put that ish on. Like, I'm a pretty girl, so people want me to talk. People want to see my face. Like, it's just, I do feel like I was destined for this journey. I just had to choose it. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes things can be in your face. People could be so ready for it, but you're not ready for it. So I had to choose it. My mind had to be ready for the things that could happen. And I'm so happy God, just blessed me. Like, he has blessed me. He is going to continue to bless my journey, and he's going to make sure that this thing is right for me and and fulfills the things that I needed to fulfill. Y'all just bear with me. Like, as much as I'm gonna be putting content out every day for the next 90 days, whoop whoop, thanks to my challenge, it's just know my business is gonna be my business. Don't be asking too many questions. All right, with it, like, something about it just doesn't really sit right in my mind. Like, why you want to know all my business? What you want to know all my business for? You don't even know me. What you want to know all my business for? I digress. Some of my favorite influencers / content creators. Aaliyah's Face. Most of the girlies know Aaliyah's Face. It maybe been following her for about the last 2 to 3 years, baby. I've been following Aaliyah's Face since she went to FAMU, or like right when she got out of FAMU and she was still living in Houston. I think she was living in Houston with her old boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend. I ain't mentioning no names, but I've been following her since then, when they was creating content, and I fell in love with Aaliyah back then when everybody was like, oh, she is annoying, oh, her voice, turn her off. While you watching her, she's so boring. Girl, I saw the potential, and I'm so happy to see where she is today, because, like, girl, blessings. My next girl is Peyton Charles. Oh, I've been watching Peyton Charles for about a year now. Love her down. I met her through Aaliyah. I met her, girl. I don't know this lady, but I came across her content through Aaliyah's Face when they went on a trip together. And yeah, that's when I was introduced to Peyton Charles, and I love her content down so bad. Like, she reminds me of like an older version an older version of myself with my joint, with my nice home, maybe with my child. I might have a few more children, but with my child. But yeah, like, I love her down. I love her energy. She's just like such a sweet Southern belle. She loves to smell good. Every vlog she talk about what she wearing, and I just know she smells divine. Another one of my girls who's not even on my list is Jackie Aina. I've been watching Jackie since she was I've been watching Jackie since she was fresh out the military. Yes. Y'all ain't kicking it the way I kick it, because I don't watch TV like that, so I be in them YouTube streets, hun. I've been watching Jackie for a very long time, like pre-TikTok, pre-Forever Mood, like pre all of that. Girl, I was banging with Jackie. Like, that's my girl down. Love her down. And I understand a lot of the things that she do and why she does it, because I've been kicking it with Jackie for that long. So baby, you keep doing what you do, because you could never do no wrong. And that's just tea. Let's talk about some of the guys, and then I'll kick it back to the girls in a second. DDG, I got my 90-day challenge from DDG. So back when DDG had first kind of started out on YouTube, he was putting out content every day. I don't know if y'all remember that DDG. But he was putting out content every day, and that really inspired me. Like, I just knew once I started my channel, because I knew I wanted to grow in a decent time span, that was the first thing that came to mind, and I'm running with it. Thank you, DDG, for doing what you did for the community. I'm taking that and I'm running with it. That's all that I can say. I love DDG. I love the troll. I love him in his dadhood. Like, tens. I love it down. Ray Monte, another one, could do no wrong in my eyes. I love Ray Monte. Ghetto ass down. Yes, he's brandable. Yes, he could get his bag. Yes. Tens. I actually love the entire friend group. I love the whole friend group down. Raymonte, Malik, and DeAndre, like, tens, baby. Oh, they look good. I know they smell good, laugh good, just money good, poom good. But let's step back into the girls. Some more of my people. Gloria. I don't know if y'all know Gloria the way that I know Gloria. I just recently got into her, but she does makeup. She's a beautiful dark-skinned woman, and girl, what, she gonna clock that. She gonna clock that makeup, baby. If your makeup don't look good on her skin, she's clocking it, as she should, because y'all be doing them wrong. Like, girl, and she's beautiful. Love her down. Next one, Monet Michael. Been watching her for maybe like 2 years now. Love her down too. She's cool, one of the girls. Clark. Miss Get Her Bag, Clark. Love Clark. Yeah, yes. And a special mention, my bestie, Nyla Simone. Love her down too, baby. Content eat, baby. I was there from the beginning. If you wasn't there from the beginning, you don't know her like I know her. But those are some of my favorite content creators / influencers. I'm quite sure I'm missing some off the list, but those are the people that I could think about in the moment. Let's talk about some things that are important to me. I mentioned family. I didn't mention, like, just experience in life. That is super important to me, and you're probably like, duh, that's important. But, like, the way that I mean is experiencing life through my own eyes, through my own experiences, through my own opportunities, through my own obstacles, with my own values, with my own intuition, with my own struggles, like, through it all. Like, I want to experience it and call it my own journey. I don't want to say that anybody had a sway of opinion. Anybody had, like, thank you for the advice. However, it's up to me whether I take that advice and use it or not. You know what I'm saying? So I always want my life to be my experience and no one else's. And I can say that from the beginning, from the jump. Like, even when I was in elementary school, me and my brothers and I, we all went to the same schools, for the most part. So they had the same teachers that I had. And girl, like, the teachers would try to loop us all together. Like, and yes, we went by the M&Ms. Like, most of the schools that we went to, everybody knew us as the M&Ms, the trio. Like, they just knew us. You knew them, you knew me. However, my personality ain't their personality. We are not the same people. They are Malachi and Micah. I am Marisha. Like, I am not them. So it was just, like, I've always wanted to be my own person. Even though, yes, those are my brothers. Yes, like, this is my family. However, this is my life and this is my experience. I have always wanted that for myself. Me coming to Africa was also another one of those things that, you know, just came from that mind of mine. Yeah, like, making life my own experience, that is very important to me. And then another thing that's super important to me is God / my faith. I'm not necessarily religious. I did grow up being religious. I grew up being a Christian, following under different denominations as a Christian. However, as I am getting older, I'm trying to figure out my religious journey on my own. However, I am super spiritual. And I do believe in God. That will never go away. I will always believe in the higher being, and that higher being God. But the way in which I choose to worship, or the way in which I practice my faith or my spirituality, may not be Christian-like. And I am okay with that. I am okay with that. Many people are not okay with that, especially being from the South, the deep South. Many people aren't okay with that. And to be quite frank, I don't give a fuck. It's like I said, my life is my life, and I'm gonna choose to experience it the way that I want to experience it. I grew up being Christian. I grew up as a PK. My dad is a whole pastor who, low-key, he don't even claim to be Christian. And there are so many reasons why I am kind of stirring away from traditional Christianity. It's so many reasons. But that doesn't mean that I won't go to church. I've been to church even throughout me trying to figure out how I want to practice worshiping God. I've been to church. I actually enjoy church. It's never the church or the presence of God that disturbs me. It's the presence of the people. That is the best way to put it. It's the presence of the people. It's never the presence of God. Next thing is what inspires me. So I have a lot of younger cousins, and I am taking this opportunity to literally show them that you can do whatever you want to do in this world. Your reality is what you make it. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anyone tell you this is the right way, this is the wrong way, baby, because they don't even know. Make your life what you want your life to be. If you want to go and you want to live across the world, or you want to live in another state, or you want to go to this school, that school, you want to do this, that, and the third, as long as it doesn't go against your morals and your belief, baby, do what you want to do. This is your world. This is your life. Nobody can really tell you the wrong and the right way to do anything. Nobody can tell you the wrong and the right way to praise God. No one can tell you the wrong and the right school to go to. No one can tell you the wrong and the right opportunity to take just because of their experience. I want to make that clear. Just because of their experience, they cannot tell you what is right for you. You have to go and make those decisions on your own, with your own discernment, with your own intuition, because we all have it. So I want to show them that the world is endless. The world is your oyster. I want to show them that you could do what you want to do. And not just them. Like, I want to show my friends. I want to show my family. I want to show older people, younger people, whoever is willing and able to listen and watch. Like, I want to show them that this is our world. This is your reality. I hate when people be like, the world doesn't revolve around you. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. My reality revolves around me. My world revolves around me. What I want in my world can be in my world and will be in my world. I don't have to listen. I don't have to dim down my beliefs. I don't have to dim down my light. I don't have to dim down anything about myself to please anyone else. This is my world, and I am going to do what I please. And that could be the selfish nature in me. Be it what you want. I am gonna take my free will and do as I please. So that's truly what inspires me being able to show others that opportunities are endless. Whatever we want to make of this world, we can. Whatever we want to make of our life, we can. Our destiny, our journey is written by God. It's not written by anyone else. It's not written by your mama, your daddy, your grandma, whoever is raising you, whoever is putting key information into your head. Your life is not destined by what these people are telling you. You go and you make life what you want to make. That is literally what inspires me to the fullest extent, because if I didn't think that, I don't think that I would be able to go and travel the world. I don't think that I would do things that makes my adrenaline rush. I don't think that I would be able to be my own person without having all of these other people, these other opinions, advice. I don't think I would be able to be who I truly was destined to be, what was written in the stars for me. You know what I'm saying? If that is how, if I were to live my life according to how people told me to live it, I wouldn't be here. That's really the truth. I just truly would not be here. Not to say that anyone told me not to move outside of America. Not anyone close to me. No one close to me was able to do that exactly. This is my life, and I want to do what I want to do. Cultural shocks of me moving to Nigeria. One big thing is the hierarchy system here, and how men treat women, or men treat men, and just that, and women treat women here. So I have noticed, based off experience, that most men do not address women. It's a sense of like disrespect on my end. I hate that I'm not addressed when I'm out with my dad, or if I'm out with another man, like, and that's just like the cultural difference type of situation. And I can't say that I hate it, because I do like it in a sense, but at the same time, it's just like, dang, you gonna act like I don't exist? You're gonna act like I'm invisible? I don't like that. So for the most part, baby, I assert myself into most situations, especially when I'm out with another man. I assert myself into situations, because it's just like, how you gonna address this person, but you're not gonna address me, and I am a person? It don't sit right with me. Most things here are ran by men. There are very few pickings of women that do jobs that men do. So like, far as like the gate guards or even a police officer, they're mostly men. Like, I've seen few women who are also police officers. I have not seen any gatekeepers that are women. That is a cultural shock. Another cultural shock is the smell here. They have like a really bad sewage problem, as well as flooding, just because they throw trash wherever they see fit, and once they're done with it, it's on the trash. It's in the gutters. I'm quite sure you can find the Galapagos mustard in that mug. It's green, it's polluted, it has so much trash in it. It could be trash bins right next to it. They're still gonna choose to throw it on the ground, or throw it inside the sewage system than to throw it in that trash. So it creates a smell here, especially just when it rains, girl, when it get hot, because the sun is heating it up and it's shooting up into the air. Girl, it really don't matter where you go. When you're on Ikoyi, there is no smell over there. It's very nice. It's very peaceful. At least the area that I went to. It was very nice and very peaceful. However, when you're in Victoria Island or VI, and when you're in Lekki, baby, you're gonna smell something, because that sewage system is crazy. It's crazy blocked. They blocked it so bad. Another cultural shock is, girl, they don't wear tennis shoes at the grocery store. You better have some flip-flops on or some sandals. Yes, ma'am. They don't wear that. When I went to the supermarket with my friend, girl, he had asked me, why you got on shoes? I said, huh? I looked around. Everybody had on sandals. I said, oh, clearly I'm standing out like a sore thumb right now. It was so bad. It was really bad. But most people here, honestly, they wear sandals. Like, no matter the time of the day, no matter where you're going, you're more than likely they're going to have sandals on. It is a bit more westernized here than it is outside of like Lagos area. So they do wear shoes. They do wear westernized clothes. They don't wear like a lot of traditional wear. I chose this place specifically for that reason, just because sorry for all the noise, a little bit more comfortable here than I would say a more traditional area. I just knew I would be more comfortable here, especially after doing the plenty of research that I did. So yeah. Girl, we have a good time. They party all day, all night. From Wednesday to Sunday, they are partying. It's always something to do. That really reminds me of Atlanta, but even Atlanta still ain't as crazy as it is here. He actually told me it's more so like Las Vegas, and I can see that, like, party all day. Girl, they have dancers in the club, and I ain't talking about cute dancing, baby. I'm talking about titties out, ass out, dancing, and having a good time. Everybody just have a good time. Throw money anywhere you go. You are going to have a good time here in Lagos, Nigeria. I can't say that for anything outside of this area. I'm 100% sure it's different outside of Lagos, because I'm in the city. It's significantly cheaper here to live. However, it is more expensive here in Lagos compared to like the surrounding areas in Nigeria. Like, if I was to, let me say, here I spend about, by myself, I could spend about $20 a day, just for myself, including my dad. It's more including my dad, but just me by myself, I would say $20. For me and my dad to go eat at a nice restaurant, it's possibly about $50. That's including tip. But again, it's more expensive here than it is on the outside areas. I was actually told that I could bring about 10,000 naira to the mainland and I would be okay. 10,000 naira is less than $10 USD. I'm just saying, that in itself makes me want to stay. While money issues are very prominent for the local people, yes, like the gate guard, he probably makes $20 a month. That's nothing. That's not even a livable wage, like in America nor here. Like, that's poverty, and they just raised the minimum wage. So yeah, like, it's not good. However, for anyone outside who is working off of a higher currency than naira, money would not be an issue. That right there lifts your mental health so far up that for me personally, that does so much more for my mental health that it doesn't make me want to go back to America. You can easily spend $100 a day just to go outside. Just to be outside. Like, 2 drinks cost me $10. A hookah cost me $7. And I'm saying go outside. Like, I'm talking about going out. This is me going out at night or something like that. 2 drinks is $10. A hookah is $7. A plate of food, another $7 to $10. A car ride or Uber about $2. Like, these are just price breakdowns of what I have been spending since I've been here. Much cheaper than America, and that in itself makes me want to stay. I never felt at home as much as I do here. As soon as I touched down, like, even on the plane, the people were so welcoming. Like, you literally saw us we were having conversation before I even got off the plane. My auntie, girl, I call her my auntie, who I met on the plane, she helped me throughout the entire thing. She still reaches out to me to this day, to check on me and make sure that I'm good. I'm actually due to meet her next week. But I've literally never felt so at home. And don't get me wrong, like, of course you meet rude people. Of course you'll meet those type of people, but that is to be expected. They don't know you like, I'm American, like, it's expected. I have dealt with some Africans in America, and they treat us the same way. So it's not necessarily that's unexpected, but what is unexpected is how at home I have felt. Like, I've never felt this way in years and years. I was so ready to go from Birmingham, Alabama, because that just wasn't for me. And I haven't been in Atlanta for years, almost 10 years. Not 10 years exactly, but almost 10 years. So just not feeling at home has been a longing experience that I have felt for almost a decade. And I'm just so happy to feel the way that I feel now. I told y'all about the pay, girl. They don't make no money. They don't make no naira for real. Like, 20,000 naira a month, 30,000 naira a month, maybe even $40,000 naira a month is the max that they're making. And keep in mind, 10,000 naira isn't even $10. What's $10 is about 16,000 naira. That's $10, 10 USD. $20,000 is a little bit above $10, of course, and $40,000 is possibly 20 USD dollars. Yeah, possibly, girl, like barely. That's all. Like, these are cultural shocks. There are more cultural shocks. The shakedowns, baby, the black tax. If you've never heard of black tax, you have to pretty much pay anybody. You have to pay the people who make your life easier. So, like, the gate guards, people who are guarding the gates, that's literally what that means. If they ask you for some money, you have to give it to them, or they're not letting you out, or they're not letting you in. That's how that experience goes down. The officers, they do these things called shakedowns. They also are expecting you to give them some type of black tax. I don't know why, but they just here to make your life a little bit harder. And I guess I understand it, but at the same time, it's a learning curve. Another question I've gotten was, how do I spend money? So I spend money using the transfer app, or it's not a transfer app. It's called Remitly, which is a transfer app. It's how you could transfer money from your U.S. account to other people's banks to pay for transactions. And also, cash is good to keep on hand as well. Like, the question was, how do they treat Americans? I pretty much told you how they treat, at least me. Like, I can't speak for all Americans. I can only speak for my experience and even my dad's experience a little bit. So, from what I am to understand, we look like Igbo people when we don't speak. When we don't speak, we look like Igbo people just by the face. So, most of the time, we fit in perfectly fine. I'm also of a lighter complexion. It's considered to be very beautiful here, as it is everywhere. So do with that what you will. So they treat me pretty decently. They treat my dad very, very good. We tip very well out here. I've had any rude experiences other than, just being a woman and being treated as the women are treated out here. I've had people try to purchase me from my dad. I've had people try to holler at me. I've had people I've had drunk people talk to me crazy, but like other than like, and I know y'all are like, that sounds bad, baby. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. I don't think you understand. Like, that ain't nothing. That's literally the same situations that you would get in America. That is nothing. So none of those make me want to leave, because I would get the same treatment. When I say, let me say, life is almost similar as it is living in America. There are higher perks to living here though. Which makes me want to stay. So another question I get often is like, what do I do for work? So I work for an environmental justice organization called the People's Justice Council. My dad is the ED of that organization. I also work remotely, so I work from home, making it easier for me to go wherever I see fit. As long as I have decent Wi-Fi, great connection, I am able to work wherever I see fit. Which I do enjoy about my job. I really do love my job. I am a project manager I did not start as a project manager. I actually started as the social media coordinator. So that's also where I kind of found, where I found the love for, that's also where I found the love for creating content and things of that nature, and just learning the ways in which to create content. That's where I learned that from. And then after I graduated, I became the project manager, which I thoroughly enjoy. These are all tools that helped me, just not only build up for career-wise, but build up for myself, for my YouTube platform and my social media. It has helped. It has given me the tools that I need to continue on my journey, at least for myself. Because we're winding down. So my next thing was to analyze my life and to see where I want to go from here. I'm not gonna get too in depth with it, but I will give you a little bit of how I am feeling. I am feeling overjoyed, overstimulated sometimes, but for the most part overjoyed. I am in love with life. I have not been in love with life for a good minute. So moving here has put a different smile on my face, put a different shimmer in my eye. I'm trying not to cry. It has done so much for me that I didn't feel this way when I was in America, when I was in Birmingham, or even when I was in Atlanta at certain points in my life. Like, I have not felt that way, and I don't feel like I'm on vacation. Like, I did feel like I was on vacation, but like as time is getting near for my dad to leave and like I'm starting to settle in just a little bit more, I don't feel like I'm on vacation. I truly do feel like this is where I live, like, and I have to make do with what I have. I'm in love. I'm in love with myself. I'm in love with who I am becoming, because this has taught me so many things, not only about myself, but just about life in general. Like, I am becoming the person that I am destined to be, which I love. Like, I don't think there is any other situation, experience that could open you up the way that this, moving across the world with no one. Like, once my dad leaves, I will have no family here with me. This will open up so many more things, just so much more. Like, where do I want to go from here? From here, you all don't know, but I plan to start a business. So I've spent my week here. I have gotten a little accustomed to at least where I am. And from here, I am ready to start exploring business opportunities. I have quite a few things lined up for me while I am still here. And let me explain why I keep saying why I am still here. I have a visa for 5 years, but I have to spend 3 months here, and then I have to leave for a period of time before I can come back and spend like the rest of my 5-year visa here. So I have to leave, and then I can come back whenever. So while I am here, this first go round, I want to explore some business opportunities. I do want to start a business that involves exporting to and from everywhere in the world. Why did I move? I get that so much. I moved for many different reasons. The biggest reason was for self-exploration. I want to explore my roots. I want to know where I'm from. As a Black American who doesn't necessarily know ancestral where I am from, I chose this location for that reason. 1, because I knew that I would be comfortable. 2, because I knew that I would be with my people. Like those were the reasons that I chose this location specifically to start off. Also, I just came from the ghetto. I ain't trying to go back to that. That ain't necessarily how I want to live the rest of my life. So yeah, I chose Legos for those reasons. Also, again, I'm starting a business. So those all, just kind of flow within each other. It's going to be a journey. And then last but not least, let's get into my YouTube journey. Oh my gosh, yay. So again, this has been a long time coming. Like, this isn't something that I just thought of overnight. This isn't something that just came up. No. So 1, I've been planning to move from America for at least a year now. At least a year that like I can remember. Like, I also knew that I would, outside of what I make from my stable job, my stable income, I would need more. I would need another source of income. Yeah, like I wasn't necessarily too involved in social media prior to me moving, as you all could see. That just wasn't my gig, mainly because I'm gonna be honest, I was not happy where I was. So how could I show you all anything and I'm not even happy? I'm not even happy to be there. Like, I am looking for the best way out, the quickest way out. Why would I show y'all that? Like, why would I show y'all that experience? So I was like, this would be the best way for me to do it. Like, once I move, create my YouTube, start showing everything that's just going on in life. This is something that everyone wants to see, not just me. This ain't just for my memories. This is for, literally, I created this channel for y'all more so than anything. I created not only this channel, but all of my platform to show y'all there's so much more to life. Like, life isn't just America. As much as America tries to instill it in our head that they are just the best, they got everything you need, it's not the truth. You can literally go anywhere outside of America and more than likely live 10 times better, 10 times as fruitful, 10 times as abundant. You can leave America. You don't have to stay there. Look up what you need. For here specifically, yes, you need a visa. You need shots. You need things. Like, I'm going to create a travel checklist, so that'll be coming out also. But you do need things before you can just uproot your life. But it's also possible. Yes, you have to have a little bit of money. That ain't nothing. Go to America, work your ass off, get what you need, and do what you want to do. Life is your oyster, and that's how I'm gonna leave this video off. I hope y'all thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope that y'all stay with me throughout this journey. I hope that you got to know a little bit about me. I spilled a little bit of tea about myself, not too much. Like I told y'all, I like my business to be private, but Have any more questions, I will answer them in the comments. So be sure to leave a comment whether you liked it, whether you are so happy to know me. I don't care what you leave in the comments, girl. You could say you don't even like this video. I'll take it. But yes, I hope y'all stay with me on this journey. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and make sure you leave a comment of how you feel. I'll see y'all on the next one. Thank you.